Yo, what's good, y'all? I'm making a fucking tier list. This is gonna be on my first try too. Like, I'm not gonna go crazy with the editing or anything. I just wanted to make a more specific tier list because my other one was just tier S to tier fucking D, right? So a lot of you guys who were in D felt like disrespected. No, and I get you too. If I was in D, I'd feel like nah, but that was only a tier list of the top 40. So like all of y'all are still the fucking best. So it's like even if you're in D, you're like there's so many more people that you're higher than. Nah, but anyways, I wanted to make a more specific one. Like if you see here, it's gonna be low tier B, tier C, tier D, high tier A, low tier A, mid tier A, high tier S. So this is kind of like way more specific, right? Like if someone's a certain place, I'd be able to put them there for sure, for sure. Like no one's gonna get butthurt in this one. I'm not catering to anybody either, by the way. This is just a more specific one. Obviously, when there's like 4 tiers, you have to like, you know, it's kind of harder. But like when it's fleshed out like this, is way easier. And by the way, I'm a little bit sick right now, so if my nose sounds like that, that's why. All right, let's get to my list right now. Hold on, let me get it. It's on my phone. All right, first one will be lmao from Moss. I remember from Moss. I don't know where she was from. Well, they claimed it was a she. It could have been a guy, huh? Told you guys, I'm gonna be coughing too. I don't give a fuck though. Unedited, I don't give a fuck. Alright, so, and it's not COVID, motherfuckers. It's just a little flu. Alright, so, for Moss, I remember she had good little traps, like when her shots were on. And, but the thing that always fucked up was the 2-bar. But I have played her on her host a couple times, because, no, hey, me, if y'all know me, I'll play anybody, any host. So fucking, I would always play all the UK 1v1ers on their host too, like Waiting, Donasada, Rui Perez, Mile from Us. I would just always play them on their host too. You gotta be alpha like that. Okay, so I would say I wouldn't say she's trash. I'd put her in the D level. I'll put her in the D level right now. And as I move people, I might interchange them. I might, cause if 2 people aren't supposed to be in the same tier, I'll probably put someone up or put someone down. Obviously, I'm just starting, but by the time I'm done, everything's gonna look like it makes sense. Trust. Okay, so tier D, I'll put my Alpha Moss right there. Alright, let's look at who's second. SOK Joe. Yo, Joe was pretty good. He's pretty good in terms of like a comp player coming to 1v1 and everything. Had massive ground game, not that much traps. He would be a lot of people though too, especially 2014. If y'all were there, y'all know. Most of y'all weren't there. That's a shame, bro. That's crazy. Y'all need a fucking time machine. No, just play. I'll put Joe low tier B. And I used to play him a lot too. I was in Inspired too. When he was in Inspired Joe, I was Inspired Red Bull. And we would be running them games too. Shout out Tenter for making that clan. Alright, next is Study My Trap. Study was pretty cool too. It's debatable. I'm thinking about putting him in tier C level or low tier B. It's either one of those. It's either one of these guys. Yeah, I gotta give him the benefit of the doubt. I'll put him low tier B as well. Cause he would also, like, I would play him a little bit. He wasn't bad, you know. He wasn't bad. Okay, next is gonna be Secret Pieces. Yo, do you guys remember Secret Pieces? That dude was a carrot there. Someone should have took away kick from that man though. That fool, that dude. All right, Secret Pieces. I'll put him. I was gonna put. I'm struggling between D and trash. You know why though? I don't know if I'm remembering correctly. I just know that Rush won, but I think Rush 30 owed him when he first came to BO1. How you gonna let a newcomer 30 owe you? Like, nah, you're going to trash for that. You're going in the trash for that. Next is mommy traps. Yeah, I used to always think mommy traps and fucking lmao were the same people. lmao from us. I'd put mommy traps tier D. Yeah, tier D. Okay, so now we're going with miracles. Oh, miracles. He definitely had potential. Like, I would play him a while, and then like whenever, obviously I'd have to tone it down, but he would show like some spurts of hitting some traps. So he'd have his moments, but like I would most of the time. By most of the time, I mean most of the time, like 95% of the time, I'd seen him get beat. But he had like potential. I don't think. I don't know. What is it? You know what's crazy though? I would see like secret pieces beating miracles. So I'll switch miracles to, man, I'm sorry, miracles. I'm sorry. I'll put secret pieces in tier D and miracles right here, right after them. Yeah, right after them. Nah, cause no. I'll give miracles tier D because I see him beating people like fucking Zoidbergs or like people like that. Okay, so I'll give him that. Okay, let's see who's next on the list. Oh, reverse, ZL reverse. I don't know if you guys you guys remember him if you're a little bit older into the game. He was pretty good, and I remember like the comp people made their own rankings. It was weird. Like they made their own rankings and like away from the 1v1ers. And out of all the comp people, like he won that tournament. So and after that, they all thought he was really good too. And like he wasn't bad. I'll give him high tier B. Yeah, I'll give him high tier B. He was so annoying to play. His ground game is underrated. But yeah, guys, like see, I have a lot of fucking tiers right here, a lot of slots, because I want to be very specific. With the other one, when you only have 4 slots, like you gotta shove people, and it's like I don't know. I think this one's way better. Okay, now let's get to our next one. Grim 59. He was okay. I remember he was okay. Decent traps. He was okay. I'll give him mid tier B. He was okay, yeah. Next will be Salsy. Dude, this guy, it's weird. He's kind of a random, but he 30-0'd vectors. You know what I mean? He 30-0'd this dude. He 30-0'd him the same year that Gambit beat that Vectors beat Gambit. So like basically his prime. That's crazy though. That's actually crazy. I can't put him low. I mean, like I can't put him lower than high tier B. He fucking 30-0'd vectors. Like, you know what I mean? And that's like what Curvy fucking goes off of too. Like that's what his whole career stands off of, that 30 on vectors. So it's like if he did, it's kind of like the same case with him. That's crazy. Does he have to go low tier A because he did that? No, but then like that's kind of like, like high tier B is okay because everybody else I would put at low tier A will probably stomp this dude. Honestly. That's what. Don't get mad at me. To get mad at fucking Vectors. He's the one that got fucking beat by him. All right, I gotta leave him here. Okay, next is gonna be Dialect. It's pretty easy. I'll put him mid tier B. I've played him a lot. You know, just average like run of the mill player. You know. Dude's fucking annoying though. Let's see. Slappy. Same. Hey, but I think I seen him post a Dialect actually like bodying Slappy. So I'll give Slappy low tier B. Cause that game wasn't close. It was like relative. No, but Dialect is one to post a fucking game, even of a series he lost. So, and then when I played Slappy, he wasn't the best, but he wasn't like, I wouldn't say he was worse than Dialect. You know what I mean? So I'll say they're relative to each other. And I played Slappy like a little bit like a long time after Dialect played Slappy, so Slappy must have gotten better too. So I think that's a good placement. Let's see who's next on the list. Viewmify. Damn, mid-tier B might be getting full, huh? I'll put him exactly mid-tier B. That's considering I already know what he used to do. Alright, nah, but he's still a homie, Alright, next is gonna be Turtle. So I'm basing him off what I've heard from Pipe and the gameplay I've seen and what I've heard from all the Xbox 1v1ers. So Turtle would be, he'll probably be high tier B. He either be high tier B or low tier A. I'll put him low tier A because I'll put him low tier A. He would hit some insane traps, and he would hit some insane traps. Number one on Xbox. He ran that whole community. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'll go low tier A. All right, so next we got Z-Wall. Yo, when Wall came, he was cool. He was cool. I thought he was gonna be worse actually too, honestly. He'll go. He'll go to. Hold on, the whole fucking screen's moving. He'll go right there. Let's see. We just did Wall, right? Wall, high tier B. Okay, next. Always Hating. Always Hating would go. Always Hating would be. Yo, maybe if I fucking. Let me see. Add row below, right? Yo, maybe if I put low tier C. Low tier C, right? I'll put Always Hating right here. I think that's a perfect spot for him. Yo, this is another reason why I really like making lists like this. That's not just for fucking letters, because you really get to flesh out. You get to put people really where they would actually be. You know what I mean? Alright, so next one, let's go. Wallbangs. DJ Realist for Kitty. Yo, Wallbangs was cool. Honestly, Wallbangs was cool. I'll give Wallbangs mid tier B. Most definitely mid tier B. She had cool traps, decent ground game, you know? Average player, yeah. Alright, next. It's Young Cirujano. I remember like, okay, Young was good, right? It was hard to beat, but like was hard to beat, but would never beat you type shit. It will just give you good games. And then Curvy 30-0'd him. Maybe low tier B, or maybe tier C. You know what I mean? I'll put him tier C. Let's not go overboard and overhype this dude. Optimus, dude. Yes, my boy Optimus. He's like, nobody be talking about him no more. I don't know why. Back when he played, he 2-0'd Vectors. I think, was it for Poser? I don't know what it was, but it got edited in this nice ass edit. And then I remember he used to be in BP. So I'm gonna scale him mostly off that game of Vectors. That's 2015 Vectors. 2015 vectors was about either mid tier B or high tier B. Towards the end, I'll give him high. I'll give vectors high tier B towards the end of 2015 just because of him giving Smokey hard games. But this one, for sure, I'll give him high tier B. I'll give Optimus high tier B because he was better than that vectors. Alright, I Smack Random Zargo, Mr. Call Me Out. He was very good. He gave especially back in the day he was very good. To now standards he's not that good, but back then he was very good. Mid tier B sounds right. It sounds right for him. Okay, next, Daeson. Ooh, my boy Daeson. I didn't put you in the list. I mean, I didn't put you in my top 40, but I'll put you in here. You gonna see where you should have been, my boy. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Let's see. I would put you for sure high tier B, right? No denying it. He gave Gonta his hardest for post game. That came from Gonta himself, and then everybody thought he was gonna lose. Everyone thought that Curvy was gonna lose to Daeson for post if they played, meaning everyone thought Daeson was better than Curvy. All right, so yeah, I'll put Daeson high tier B for sure. Oops, hold on. There you go. Okay. Let's see. Next, next. My bad, I'm reading this shit off my phone. I'm trying to see who I want to choose next. Alright, next is Fadeaway Mex. Yeah, right. I see like Mex being like relative to like Miracles, right? Or maybe a bit better or worse, you know what I mean? But I see him being like relative. Okay, next is Zoidbergs. Bro, I'm sorry, Zoid. The only game I've seen him win, and Rairu, I'm so fucking disappointed. Why the Rairu? How the I'm not gonna cuss. But how did you let this dude beat you? How did you let this dude beat you? No, but I know, like, Rairu, I know you're obviously better. It's just the fact, like, you get me? Nah, this is why I love you though. Nah, but Zoid for sure. I'd have Zoid for sure in tier trash. He doesn't do nothing. Like, he doesn't, you know what I mean? Alright, so next we have, let's see. Next we have, yo, and it's a fucking tier list. I don't know how long this motherfucker is gonna be, but I'm gonna take my time with it too, you know what I mean? PatrickLuke. So a lot of you guys aren't gonna know him because he quit 2014. He used to play 2010, 2014. He had massive ground game. He even beat Kompletion for rank 2. And he's a really good player. I don't know if a lot of you guys remember him or not though. Well, a lot of the newer players won't. Low tier B. That's the highest I could give someone whose prime was that far back and they didn't really trap. Alright, so, but he had a massive ground game, I swear. Alright, next is gonna be Callies. Callies lost for post to Gonta, and it was like a dominant win for Gonta. But he has good traps. But he lost for post to Gonta. I think it's just a known thing that Curvy's better than him as well. He has high traps too. Like, so let me see, it's hard. So all of his serious games he's lost, but I'm basing this off for funds now because I don't think Callies has like a like series against anybody. It's just for funds. Okay, so I'll put him at tier. I'll put him at Either mid tier B or low tier B. Either is fine. Either is fine. I'll put him at. His traps get him at mid. His traps get him at mid. But I wouldn't argue if he was low tier B as well. Okay, so next is gonna be Ugly Spawn. Ugly Spawn. He was like the definition of I don't want to say it. No, like not even in a bad way. A definition of average player. He had cool traps, cool constant 8 pieces. His ground game was alright. You know what I mean? Cool player, cool player. I'll put him mid tier B as well, because he's able to demolish people the same way, pretty much the same way as Callie's kid. So yeah. Okay, next is gonna be Ryru. So next is Ryru. Ryru, look, I want to show you, you're not actually tier D, obviously. Imagine like having Ryru somewhere down there and shit. No. This is where I would actually have you. So you told me you have more wins than you have more wins on DIDNT and curvy than they have on you. I don't know if that's true, but I'll take your statement and I'll like water it down a little bit. I'll say like, yeah, I used to go back and forth all the time, right? That would put you towards like the end of tier B, of high tier B, or like the very top of mid tier B. You know what I mean? But then I lost to Zoidberg, my G. It's like I would put you high tier B, but I don't know what happened with Zoidberg, my G. I don't know. All right, but if that didn't happen, if the Zoidberg thing was erased, I'd have you high tier B. Okay. Next. My fault. Okay, so next we have Kompletion. Kompletion was always very good. He could beat a lot of people with just pure ground game. He's an OG. He's been there since the beginning. And yeah, he knows what he's doing when it comes to just quick scoping, accuracy, like ground game. He knows what he's doing. And that'll like that and his like limited traps puts him at mid tier B as well. Okay. Hopefully mid tier B don't get fucking stacked, right? Shit. Okay, let's go. Next we have Feel the Matrix. Next we have Feel the Matrix. So usually okay, so on the list I had Matrix above. No, but Matrix used to go back and forth with Ganta and Matrix used to go back and forth with Ganta and curvy all the time too. So just like Ryru did, and just like Callie's did. Well, Callie's did it for fun. Well, so did the other two. It's not like they have series on them. Okay, so let's keep going. So next we have. Let's see. Next we have Megatron. Megatron in his prime, I'd put him. Honestly, Megatron in his prime, I'd put him. Oh shit, hold on, I accidentally moved that. I'd put him high tier B, honestly. In his prime in 2015. I'm not talking about 2020 or any of that, by the way. Oops, hold on. Gotta scroll up a little bit. Okay, for sure. High tier B. Alright, next is gonna be Rush TVQS. He came to BO1. He beat a couple of the average guys. He got beat by Gambi. He got beat by me. He got beat by Pitbxll. He got beat by a couple people too. And Gambi back then wasn't even as close as to how good he was when he was in his prime. I'll give him mid tier B. I'll give him mid tier B. Hold on. Mid tier B. I think that's fine. Alright, let's keep going. Next. Hold on, I keep fucking locking my phone. No damn right. Alright, next. Let's get Daeson. There you go, my boy. We've played a lot. We've played a lot. So you're really good. You got a really good ground game. Go back and forth with Ganta, and based off me playing you too, like now you're pretty good. You're pretty good. But the going back with Ganta and curvy range goes like right here. Unless you're like completely just bodying them, then you're either high tier B or low tier A. Or higher. I mean, like, you know what I mean. Alright, so next it's Band Up. Band Up, I would actually put him high tier B. Towards the end of his career, in his prime, he got way better. Okay, next we got Waiting. AK Throw. Same, I'll give him high tier B. Brutal traps. You could play off his host a lot too, because he was in the UK. He would have to play on US host. He still do good. Yeah, I'll put him there. Alright, next we got Pablo. All traps, aka all traps. He, interesting. He trained curvy with Pitbull, but that was a less skilled curvy. Definitely high tier B though. He was able to do that. He trained curvy, like, you know what I mean? One person beat curvy, then he got in and was able to do the same thing. So that's still pretty impressive. Alright, let's go Nards. We got Nards. Nards left Vectors at 4. That's his biggest achievement. And he did it in Vectors' prime too. He did it in 2019. So that's pretty good. That's pretty impressive. Mid tier B. Nah, high tier B. There you go. Alright. Next we got Assault. About the same. He used to go back and forth with Vectors back in the day. Hold on. Let me put him right here for now. Then adjust him right there. There you go. Okay, so we got him. Alright, now next we got, let's see. Next we got Vexfy, aka Tusk. Yeah, he'll be around that high tier B range. Okay, then we got, let me see. Then we got, alright, Lose. He's said to be one of the best UK 1v1ers other than Asterix. I've played him too. Pretty good traps, especially from not being from the US. Man, I think I've played every foreign like 1v1er and did good on their host. So like anyone who says I don't have ground game, go yourself. Alright, let me see. Let me see. Now we got Buds. Oh, aim Buds. Dude, his traps was crazy. His traps was crazy, but he was just all traps. I'll give him high tier B. Because I feel like anybody else in tier B who had like good enough ground game and traps would be able to get the edge on him too, though. In some games. Okay, let's see. Now we got Pro Fancy. Ooh, that was my boy. Me and him used to make a lot of traps. He actually helped me make the Red Bull trap, and he helped Vocals create the Batman trap. It's crazy how like he was a part of making 2 traps, but people only give the recognition to like the other half. Like Batman, they give the recognition to Vocals, and my trap. Obviously, I didn't make it alone, but he helped. You know what I mean? He helped. So yeah, I'll put him there. I'll put him high tier B. I don't know if I already did it or not. Shit. Fuck it. I'll put him high tier B. That's Pro Fancy. Okay. Next, Just Tunes. Around the same area. All these guys that I'm putting up right now are all like relative to each other. Just tunes. The Psych Force. Man, let me see. Yo, let me make one more tier. I feel like there needs to be one more tier. Not because it's getting bombarded, because shit, if I actually believe they're all high tier B, then I'll put them. Let me see. Let me add a row below, right? Almost tier A. Yeah, I think that's really good. Right there. Almost tier A. And I would put Psych Force there. Just because I feel like he'd beat everybody who's there right now, right? He'd beat everybody who's there. Boom. Hold on. And there you go. The Psych Force would be almost tier A. Because it'd feel weird just putting... You know, I feel like by the Psych Force, it's already a whole new level up. But I wouldn't consider it A. So I'll put almost tier A. I think that's a good one. Alright. And then we got curvy. Let's see. Right here. Damn, that boy ugly. Yeah, she does look like curvy. No, I'm just playing. No, I'm just playing. Alright, almost tier A. So I got Psych and curvy there. Okay. Ganta. Ooh, yo, I actually have a video. I don't know if it's up already or it's gonna get up. But I have a video about Ganta and Curvy. It's called Ganta versus Curvy, who's better, the honest truth. I ain't gonna spoil shit now though. So shit, you might have to tune in, motherfucker. Alright, Ganta, obviously same place. And then Ganta, he has so many good attributes about him. He could like he could scrape it. It's just he's lost so much, just like Curvy. Like he's lost so much. Like everybody and their mama could say, "Oh yeah, I've beaten Ganta before. I've beaten Curvy before," right? So it kind of like diminishes like the coolness of it. You know what I mean? I don't know. But I'll put him almost tier A. Almost tier A. Okay, now let's get to the next person. Now we have Gloxley, aka Goblin 1v1, aka Immortal Karma. Alright, hold on. He'll go right here as well. Okay. Next we got Rui Perez, aka Shiro. Bro, he's really good. He's really good. And every time, no, and I've heard Vectors, Buy More, Trillion, and all of them say that Rui Perez and Shiro has more wins on Curvy, that Curvy just won like once or twice or whatever. And I believe that too because I've played them both. Rui's very good. He goes for different traps. Very interesting player. I haven't seen a player like him in a while too, so it was refreshing seeing a player like that in 2019. And I think I'll put him low tier A. You could debate that he's almost tier A as well. Like he'll be at the top of it, but no, I think I'll put him low tier A. He's also #1 in Spain, but it's I wouldn't be mad if you put him almost tier A as well. All right, so okay, so Sleepy. It's Sleepy. Dude was very good. Yo, Pipe taught this dude very well. He always asks me for tips too. I give him some tips, but obviously you gotta credit the senior, right? Low tier A. Yeah, for sure. I'll give him low tier A. And I remember he would go back and forth with Vectors. For sure. Hella potential. He's beaten a lot of people too. Yeah, I just don't know him, obviously. Okay, next we got Smokey. Yo, I think my list is super accurate, right? The one thing with Smokey, I made have underrated Smokey. He beat Vector. He smacked Vectors, right? Everybody's seen that shit. Fraternity for rank. He beat fucking Pipe for rank. The only reason me and Pipe didn't face off in the finals of that tournament is because Smokey actually beat him. And Vocals in that last interview, he was over here saying that he was like one of his hardest opponents to play, that he was hard to beat and everything, right? And then even for me, he was a very good opponent. So him being that, like, as low as he is on my top 40, I don't know how that sits with me now. Like, you know, I really don't know how that sits with me. So, I might go into Creator Studio and, like, change that shit. But Smokey, I definitely, like, especially based off everything I just said. Hold on, I'll give him high tier A. I feel like I feel like I underrated the dude a lot. I underrated him a lot. Okay, so. Just keep going. Alright, next. Let's see. Next we got Asterix. Oh, Asterix. He's said to be the #1 UK 1v1er. Oh, let's go. He's said to be the #1 UK 1v1er. I'll put him mid-tier A. He could finish the trap. Like, he could finish a spawn trap with. He could finish a game with one spawn trap, and it's fucking crazy. I actually went on his host to play him. He 18-pieced me. Hey, I still managed to come back on the greatest #1 UK 1v1er on a 2-bar. It was just like ground game and like petty 5 pieces because I was lagging. No, but I've never been hit with like a fucking 18-piece before that. And I was like, what the fuck? This dude's insane. Definitely a monster. He's also beaten Psych. Like a bunch of times before Psych eventually got his win on him. And yeah, he's just an all-around beast, honestly. Underrated as well. Give that man his props. Alright. Let's see. Next we got Wabby. Now we got Wabby. Wabby's a monster. Good ground game, good movement, supreme accuracy, good shit talk. Yeah, he's cool. I'll put him at high tier A. Yo, it's cool now. We elevating. It's kind of crazy to see like the list move up and shit. We elevating. All right. Let's see. Now we got Vask. Vask and Wabby have always been relative. That's like the thing. You know what I mean? You could think one's better, but it won't be by much. They've always like competed against each other. They said themselves that they're relative, and in Vask's top 10, he also puts Wabby second, right next to him. So, and Vask is also a beast. He got rank 1 2014. You know what I mean? He ran that community. He's the founder of a bunch of fucking spawn traps that everybody uses and everything. So yeah, you gotta give him his flowers. I'll put him high tier A. Next we got Made in DR, Dominican bruh. Everybody, dude, this guy, he's really good. Is there? Nah, cause Vask and the King and all of them, like we're all relative, especially back then. Like they're all relative. Cause the King and Made in DR, they will all go back and forth. Yo, I'd put Dominican bruh in high tier A as well. Hold on. Put him in high tier A. There you go. Now, okay, now we got Gambit. Boom, boom, boom. Yo, I think we need to make another tier. Hold on. Right below this. No, actually, no. He could. Not. Yeah. You know what? No. That's good. You know what? That's good. I actually agree with Gambit being low tier S. So hold on. Dude's great. He's the greatest ground game 1v1er. Can beat pure spawn trap. No, can beat spawn traps with pure ground game. Is an OG in the game and as being Wabby back then. You know he's real. He's very good. He's an OG of the game. He's very fucking solid, and anybody would have trouble playing against him. He's so accurate. All right, next on the list is Trillion. Let's see. Ooh, I'm gonna tell you guys where I would put Trillion. Hold on. Trillion would go low tier S as well. Cause, alright, look, I gave it like this. Vectors and Gambit. Gambit, honestly, like, let's be real. Let's be real here. Gambit probably has more wins on Vectors, like, for fun wins. I've even been told that by a couple people. But, Vectors won the for post. You know what I mean? He won the series, so he's on top. That's how it works. He won the top. So, and then Trillion, in my opinion, skill for skill, just barely beats Vectors, right? But Vectors has accomplished way more. Well, I don't know about way more. I don't know. Actually, I think that like, Vectors just has had better competition throughout the years. So, like, you can't judge him compared to what Trillion had. So, yeah, I'd definitely put him low tier S as well. And the next, Vectors, obviously, they're relative to each other. Trillion and Vectors are relative to each other, for sure. Let me see. Let me put Vectors right by him. Right here. So yeah, I think Trillion's actually a tad bit better, but due to circumstances of like when they started the competition and everything, it's kind of headcanon to say that he's officially like over him, right? So I would put Vectors ahead of him just due to competition wise who they had to play. But that's all. Like, I feel like if they played for post Prime versus Prime, that'd be a very good game. Very good game. Okay. Man, I need to hurry this shit up. How long is this video gonna be? Alright, now we got Randy's. We're almost done though. We got Randy's now. Randy's would be, let me see. It has to transcend to mid-tier S. Vectors has had multiple opportunities to beat Randy's and he didn't. He 30-0'd Gambit and I'm pretty sure he'd beat Trillion. Yeah, yeah, exactly. So it has to be a tier above. That's like, what I explained is literally Randy's being a level above all of them. Like it or not, it's like the proof. He beat him like in every category and then throughout the years too. He didn't do all that in 1 year. It's like something that kept happening. So I'll put Randy's right there, mid-tier S. Okay. Now we're going to Arrogant, OG Arrogant. Let me see. Interesting. I actually think Arrogant is like the same thing as I said. Look, so Randy's bodied Vectors in every category, right? Arrogant bodied Randy's in every category. So I ain't gonna do that shit to him and be biased just because he's my junior and do it to him. Let me see. Add a row below. Boom. Let me see. Add a row below. High. Level S, right? And then I'll put the top one. Beyond S class, right? There you go. Okay. So I'll put Arrogant in high level S. That makes sense. Alright, you guys, it does make sense. And trust me, I'm not being biased. This is my fucking junior. Is my fucking junior. Why would I say anything like that? It's just that he beat him for post and for tourney. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. He like completely showed that he's on another level. And then hold on, I don't think we're at Gambit yet, so let me not say anything about him yet. Okay, so next is gonna be Rezanity. Was a beast, former rank 1 as well. Known as the most consistent trapper. He's beating everybody. And you can make a case like to say that like he would have a good game with anybody he played. Like, there's nobody that's like too high for him, you know what I mean? Like, he would give a good game to everybody he played. So I'll put him at high level S as well. Okay, so let's see. Now we have Zapphire. Zapphire managed to 2-0, not just 2-1, 2-0 Rezanity in that tournament, and then he went up against me actually like one of the games of the series, but it ended up being 2-1. But the fact that he's able to beat me once, a prime Red Bull once, and then 2-0 Rezanity in his prime, which is it's fucking insane, you know what I mean? That's insane. He has to go to S class level. And I feel like he's underrated too. And that game that he lost to Pitbull, he would just hop on occasionally, and then he didn't even think that was Pitbull playing him, so he was like just playing around, and he just still posted it. Let me see. Ooh, I almost lost where I was having high level S. There you go, Zapphire right there. Trust me, that dude was a tank. Okay, so let's see. Next, vocals. Hey, my boy Nico, we just talked. High level S. I think like all the rest of the guys might be just towards the top. Let me see. High level S as well. Let me see. Vocals is high level S. Yup. He actually took Rezanity's rank, and that's how he became rank 1 when he was, you know what I mean? So that's also dope too. The same things that Zapphire did, Rezanity did. But I feel like Vocals did it at a time where Rezanity was way more dominant. So he beat a harder Rezanity, and then plus he did it in like better style. So I'll have to put Vocals right there. My bad, Zapphire. Well, it ain't my bad. They're both the same tier. So, but I'm just saying, I think he beat Rezanity for rank in more style than you. Obviously, y'all both did good though. 2-0, 2-0. You know what I mean? Y'all fucking tanks. All right. So next is gonna be SWAT. SWAT, again, Vocals was even saying how hard he was to beat for him. So obviously, you know what I mean? SWAT was a tank, and he had insane pressure. He would fucking know how to use that truck very good. He knows when to pop in, pop out. Annoying as a player. And then he would always hit 10 pieces like whenever he did get you in the trap. By the way though, 2014 he was straight trash. 2014 he was straight trash. It's just that 2015, I swear, he just, I don't know, he got a shot, but he still wasn't known. He called me out. I remember him calling me out in front of his whole lobby, right? And then we played, and obviously, it just like, you know, how in any like 1v1 like community, you gotta beat the best to become the best, and then you get known and whoop-de-whoop, you get respected, right? That's what he was trying to do, right? He was calling me out in front of everybody, trying to like, we'll play back and forth. We'll play back and forth, and we'll go back and forth and everything. And then like once people started seeing that he was hanging with me a little bit, they're like, damn, this dude's crazy, like, you know. And then eventually he started doing the same thing with playing pipe and everything. And then yeah, he earned a name for himself. But it's crazy. He was a nobody before he called me out though. That's why I always say that he got known by calling me out. But yeah. All right, let me see who's next. There's a few more next. There's only like 5 more next. All right, so next is LC. The Go LC. Bro, he ran shit for so long. It's crazy not just having him at the tippity top no more, right? He's ran shit for so long. It's crazy. such good accuracy, such good wall bangs, experience, right? Like, how much more experience could he have than this dude? He started playing when the game came out. OG of the game, fantastic player. You know what I mean? Next, Pitbull. Pitbull, yeah, he was really good. He's beating almost everybody. He finessed those 2 wins on me and Pipe. You know what I mean? That shit boosted his name a lot, I swear. Before that, it was just the kid who got posted by the Psych Force. And then after that, like, he made it's kind of like SWAT. Like, he just made his name by doing that. But he did it, I kind of respect SWAT way more because SWAT actually played us when we were active. But, you know, it's all good, though. I've seen Pitbull play enough. He's still, like, on this level. He's still good regardless. I'm just saying that, like, the games would have been very, very cool if he would have played. I'm just playing. I'm saying you ain't a chicken. I was just playing. That was a weak ass chicken noise, huh? Okay, let's see who's next. Dude, this video's gonna be so fucking long, and I don't give a fuck. Alright, next is gonna be Gamby. Yo, my bad if you hear fucking dogs in the back. Just ignore their asses. Alright, so next is gonna be Gamby. Gamby, he ran 2 consecutive years back to fucking back. Y'all already know. All the new gens thought he was #1. Pitbull was like very like hesitant to play him like in a serious match. You know what I mean? I gotta put him beyond S class. Gamby's beyond S class. He'd beat everybody below him. And then the only person that's questionable is Pitbull, right? And then Pitbull, he also 30-year-old Randy's. And then okay, but back to the Pitbull thing. Gamby and Pitbull never played. And we all know like who was hesitant. Gamby played everybody. He played me, he played Pipe, he played everybody. It's just because a certain somebody didn't want to play. So, you know, so there's no way I'm ever going to say Pitbull's better than Gamby unless they actually play. You get me? I'm not going to let the dude who ran be known as the better dude. No offense. I'm not. You know what I mean? No offense. Next, we got Pipe. My boy Pipe. Bro, he got the best movement in the fucking game. Best movement in the game. One of the best traps. Good ass accuracy, and his Nuketown ground game is so fucking good. This dude is my rival, back and forth. He's the only guy I don't care if you say he's better than me, cause like you could actually make like a debate. You could form a debate off of that. Like you know, like I'm not saying he's better, cause I think I'm better personally. Obviously, he thinks he's better, right? But he's the only one where like it makes sense. Like you could form a debate. You know what I mean? So yeah, Pipe is definitely beyond S class. Ever since he's been playing the game, he's always been known as one of the best. You know, he's my rival. You already know. Now we get into the GOAT. Now we get into the myth, the legend, Red Bull. All right, so. Most 30-Os, you already know. I probably 30-O'd every single person on here. You know what I mean? Like, most 30-Os. Rank 1 held the longest. Most defenses. Let me see. There you go. Most defenses. Rival to Pipe. Hall of Fame. All that shit. Y'all already fucking know my accolades. I brag about myself way too fucking much. No, but yeah, there you go. That's been the tier list. This was like a fun video to make. You know, I was bored. You know what I mean? And I wasn't so serious on this one. I was just like, you know, I'm gonna fuck around just making tier list. Obviously, I'm gonna do it as accurate as I could, but I wasn't gonna like be fucking all tense up about it. Be like, oh, you know what I mean? This is a cool video. It's probably gonna take me a lot of editing though. But yeah, that's been the video.